Nanti kejap. Tak tukar Zakaria. Tak tu Zakaria. Tiga satu je. Misi dulu. No, aduh, tersilap. Quest lain pula. Lah, dia ni kecoh lah. Saya datang sini
Milu, it's nice to see you again. Oh, hey there, traveler in Paimon. Are you here for some shopping too? That's right. Although there were a few hiccups here and there, the Sub-Zerus festival turned out to be a grand success. And so, the theater wants to host a celebration event. Do you two want to come? It'll be a really fun time.
Boleh juga.
It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. It's not like he can't also have some fun himself. We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks? Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone. Ah, so we'll need to bring a present.
Don't tell me you will either to a gift pot for you go, Paima.
Hey! Paimon's gonna put you in a box first! It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining. You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater. Is something up? Yeah, but for now, it's more important for her to rest and recover. I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door. The people there wouldn't listen to a single word I said. All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some rest and keep her spirits up. She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together at the theater. It's all thanks to you and Milu that we managed to save Dunyarzad. You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath. Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all. Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event? Paimon thinks it'll be a great time! What do you think, Traveler?
Small talk.
Then let's head to the theater. Wait, I completely forgot about this pile of stuff. Whoa, did you buy all of this, Milu? Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much. That's way too many freebies. Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much. All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold everything anymore. This seems to happen every time. I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back before continuing on with my shopping, but I don't think I'll have the time. So this isn't even all of it? Are you sure? Of course! Carrying stuff is a piece of cake for him, right, Traveler? I'm so sorry to trouble you like this. I meant to invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me instead. Well, it's hurt.
Yeah. Lotus sama chapter 1. Kita masuk misi ni pula. Aduh. Nak ambil misi ni. Nanti habis ni baru start misi ni. Snuffle-regency8 kan warna merah. Leave it to me. Small talk je. So nak hantar dari mana? Hantar dari mana? Oh, depan saya je. Kau ni mana foto lah. Apa? Macam apa? Oh, timer. Tangkap. Tangkap. Ni lah. Sekejap eh.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Alright. Pam. 4-5 kali. Alright, mushroom. 1 ni 2 3 4 senang sikit quest ni kat sini. Cemiru bukan susah pun. Tak ada kat mount stat macam-macam kena quest. Tak kena pula.
Count.
Terminate!
Time for a light show.
Ini je. Oh, dah sak saya token ni. Reaction ni. Sini.
Yeah! Punishment!
Propagate!
Yeah!
Dah mesej saya pula. Aduh, siapa mesej ni? Tak, siapa pula mesej saya? Aduh, nak buka ni. Kau tak habis lagi. Apa dia? Ayan. Sebelum nak pergi sana, kat mana nak ambil satu je lah. Sini je tahu tempat.
Seize her under the decree. Next time, I will strike twice. That good? Oh my god.
Alah. Tak ada. Kau ada apa?
Add ast.
Oh, dah nak. Patu je nak. Malam Liwe je. Ni apa?
Add Astra. Thank you for complete.
Wah, sangat murah. Habis lah semua. Lagipun skill Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. Tuesday Khamis saya ada kerja. Boleh lah sampai awal. Malas kita saya. Penting tak ni. Macam ni aku rasa perlu kan. Siapa yang sepenak? Siapa nak dia? Jenata kan? Weapons, squash. Bukan dia. Oh yang ni. Kat gila kot. Sekejap. Sekejap lawa. Sekejap Tak ada. Tiga. Anda cukup pun. Tak ada. Mai. Cici. Dia apa? Habiskan semua quest ni. Hari ni saya habiskan semua quest. Jadi panjang story. Jadi tomorrow and 6 tomorrow 20 PM. Kisah. Cakap sini. Cakap apa? Makan ada kat bawah? Makan ada kat bawah? Cakap apa? Lapar. Weekday atau next morning. Next morning 6 atau 11. Aku rasa silap masa lah. Maggi. Okey. Cuba nak sikit kuih. Lagi kuih. Kat sini. Kat sini. Apa? Minggi kari sup kan? Group contacts. Makanan dia dah kat luar kod ruangan.
Hey, Tia.
Right on time.
Paimon's been one.
We've known each other for some...
Oh, Paimon.
Yep, I guess you can put it that. Us mercs, on the other hand.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really?
Thank you. Channel Zan merajuk gila jadi ni.
Really too.
Semalam tak ikut.
I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Tengok je.
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Apa tu?
Oh,
Right.
Come on in, everyone. Come on, let's go inside.
Okay. Enter. Macam mana nak buat live dalam TikTok? Macam mana Aku nak YouTube lah.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away? Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth. Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Sano, ya, dia makan nasi sikit. Just
You
terrified.
fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Ooh.
Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed. We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of our village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth.
Jangan, kena
It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Okay, saya pula kena penjaga kisah kami.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Alright, quest. Bila kau dah habis misi, complete all the plus. Hari ni Hari ni kau tunggu je.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Mana saya tahu.
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Dia ni bawa tahu je. Macam ni lah.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Sekarang apa nama dia, Irito nak bagi nickname. Sekarang Paiman cakap dengan dia nak bagi nickname. Okay.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. Makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Mesti dengar belakang ya.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Okay, maybe give us some time.
No, I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Haytham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Aduh, nak makan sekejap Kejap Aku datang balik lagi. Kejap Datang balik nanti. Kejap. Tunggu je. Saya dah kembali. Saya dah kembali dah. Tunggu lama.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following. Among those, the reason...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
Honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
We're on it. But first, mana dia saya jumpa bintang ni kat sini ya betul atas sini. Tu pun. Ada jalan darurat. Mana lah darurat ni? Senang je. Nak.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
Bagi percaya kita lah. So, yeah.
May I call you Traveler?
So, Tin. Hi, Miss Admin.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why is that?
Because I resort to the
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can process it, but I do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Them told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
Alright. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, they would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Halloween. Wah, banyaknya kelas ni habis. Geramnya. Pam. Hebat, kena gambar je ni. Kau nak apa? Aku paling kuat lah dengan kau ni, ha? Tengok ni, ha? Mampuskan kau. Bakar! Bakar!
Is this an answer from this world?
Tak bakar lagi! Bakar!
Fuse is lit.
Burn! Babe! Burn! Oh, padam ke?
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Kau ingat
Empty and forgotten.
mayat pasir mesti
An
mayat
ideal place
pasir.
to hide people.
That's close enough.
Monsters! Watch out!
Spring forth!
Aku nak bakar dia ni.
Going flat! Shiver! You can't run! I swear by my sword!
Ambil kau.
Fire hazard!
Apa lagi? Oh, ada orang. Sakit tu. Kena kena pula. Nampak ah. Lagi. Allah, aku mana ada apa?
Objective retreat! Fuse is lit!
Cepat susah. Aduh, kecoh hari ni. Aku tendra.
Barbados!
Ambil kau. Aduh. Ambil kau.
Punish me!
Ambil kau. Ambil kau.
Fire hazard!
Kat satu lah. Ha.
Going flat!
Sakit set. Gelangnya. Ambil kau.
Here come the fireworks! Lights out! Going flat! They were easier to deal with than Paimon had He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Apa tu? So, your vision is Tendro. Perluasan.
Let's go in and take a look.
Okay.
Hey! Oh, hey, Thumb! We haven't found Squad! Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then,
Kita sini sampai malam eh.
I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Ini nak sibuk nak baca. Aduh.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Hey.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know the 1K you could read a book once a week and maybe the time to spend you reading precautionary.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those
The more you
annoying
left,
grown-ups who
the
go
more
around nagging people to
money
focus on their
you
studies.
can eat you to support me.
Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon?
Is that one to do?
Oh, right. Okay then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, dah malam.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Of course.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Well, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Okay. Jumpa. Satu. Lawan dia lah.
That's close enough.
Oh, sakit tak? Sakit tak? Sakit.
Judgment. Fuse is lit.
7K, 7K, 6K. 600 ke 6K
Barbados, guide us.
Nampak ah.
Go as one.
Jumpa satu. Tapi Scorpion, naga.
Germinate.
Time for a light show.
Tak bawa keadaan game pula. Sekarang lagi satu je. Ui, sakit. Sakit lah. Bilangnya. Ambil kau. Ambil kau.
You can't run.
Tahu sakit. Sakit ke.
Go as one.
Aduh. Okey.
Time for a light show.
Propagate! Spring forth!
Going Bishop down! Fire hazard!
Judgment!
Bomb. Ui, ui.
Lights out.
Tak artifact pula. Item. La 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 la. Scary gila tempat ni.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait.
Hello.
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holds up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it?
Throughout this first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles.
I see.
An exile is still... If you can't find someone...
Resource?
One possible... With the technology, perhaps the process...
The human brain. Nope. Nah. Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the academia script. Anyway, judging by Rizak's, or perhaps his curiosity. The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the academia, I've spent quite some...
You mean you're...
All scholars, extracting
Sounds like you're real...
Of course. Whether it be academics, this matter...
Wait!
Not to be callous, but there is no shortage of suffering.
Probably not.
You can say that. The divine knowledge capsule is...
Hyman's been wanting...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an app.
Wow.
I'm just a more He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our...
Ada kunci. Kunci mana?
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
How much does it cost?
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Since divine cant and yet.
We may have a one of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the...
Huh? Are
Looks like none of you have realized where... Sino. You're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your...
It is simply a...
So what you're saying... Interesting.
I know.
Come on.
You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often, I remember seeing...
You're saying that But what's the point?
The Akasha is capable... The Akasha's...
It predicted...
The Academia...
So that's how... Tenacity of... Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Exactly.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
They predicted my movements.
Whoa, you bounce back fast.
There's always...
Oh, so if the Academia... Yep, that...
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Alright.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Woi, lamanya follow. You know. Hey. Apa ni? Oh. Wih. Enggak. Apa ni? Sebabnya controller. Bulan 10, 25, 22. Tapi sampai ke PS4. Alamak, naik atas, semoga doa. Bulan lagi lah, bulan lagi.
After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
Mulai pula dia ni Anjanos. Bro.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
The Paimons that running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out?
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are devices. Let's split up and...
Is this what we're searching for? Looks kinda scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be...
Rizak didn't...
We should be able to...
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Agree.
Let's keep going.
Alright.
Can't have gone.
But running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Ugh, of course it is!
Pelik.
Voices, over there.
Di mana?
It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Tak dengar apa-apa pun. Apa dah?
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never mind.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen.
Hebat
You should
gila
understand
saya
that more
ni
than
tu.
anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a
Ni tu pun
desert
main hebat.
dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life.
Even if it'll expose you to the Academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon, with these scholars in our custody, will stomp the Academia.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia... If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
You look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current...
Wait, you can't be serious.
So...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What
Mana
if
kuih?
we
Nak
kill
kuih.
you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck. However, I'm not trying.
You were the
Not all desert...
Nak lawan-lawan lah. Jangan main cakap.
You Academia scum.
Apa tu
Not so
lagi?
fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Rahman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word.
Tiga je tinggal.
But what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Rahman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to do.
Do it!
Dia.
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Please don't do that ever again. I'd be worried about you.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them, if it came down to it. you would...
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than... Even if we got rid of one bunch of...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your...
Whatever it takes? You just might be...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
The just in the horse is... I think having just instead and the truth.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Room tomorrow and it's suffer, take a run, blah blah blah.
Where the British, sorry, not Japanese people watch it Asian.
Blah blah blah. Dekat locker Diana. Tomorrow follow the morning means 6 and 8. Ngantuknya.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
Wih, jauh gila je. Ya Allah, aku tak main cepat teleport je. Buka ni dulu. Shot jauh gila je. Buka lepas tu cari teleport. Aduh. Dia nak bam. Nak lagi. Ada lagi tak? Tak lawan, malas kita. Shot gila je. Okay. Ni masa nak lawan saya. Kau kena saya tak lawan. Aku kata tak nak lawan ni. Apa sangat ni ha? Bagi aku lagi ni. pam 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 pam. Mana kita sekarang? Okay, kita kat sini nak buka 7, so teleport. 4 je saya buka teleport. Ni apa? Tak penting. Ini tak penting. Ni pun tak penting. Alright, itu je. Nanti besok saya buka teleport. Macam-macam lah. Tak cukup. Baru 7. Besar ni piramid. Besar masuk piramid. Lawan. Dan. Wajib buka. Wow, kanan cerita ni tempat sini. Dekat bawah sekali, cantik. Hebat gila. Besarnya. Uish. Gila je. Macam mana mereka buat istana piramid macam ni? Besar gila. Tu betin. Gila besar ciut. Ui, jauh sangat dengan kaki. Come on. Betul saya jalan dengan kaki macam ni. Come on. Di mana desert macam ni? Ya, kena wajib. Wajib kena buat teleport. Jauh gila kau ni. Cuma desert je. Tak ada apa-apa kat sini.
What do we have here?
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Huh.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word.
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Oh, cutscene. Ui, kena dia besar je, ui. Ui, tak sabar kena miss dengan dia.
What do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
Gegar. Senang dia.
Coward, why are your hands shaking? Wait a second. It's a earthquake.
Alamak. Paimon, tolong saya. Macam mana buat macam ni? Masuk dalam pasir.
Paimon's dizzy.
Everything okay? Dalam lubang.
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with Dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The Dendro Archon.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
There used to be a temple here?
It seems
Ada
that when the sand
jangan
dune collapsed,
ni
it
tepi
exposed these
kita ni
underground
mesti ada
structures.
temple kat sini.
The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be... It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
A miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalt...
As it happens,
What are you doing?
don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. Two major deities are...
Paimon thought you weren't interested in...
Indeed. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them let...
Oh. Kita nak masuk lalu temple. So aku tahu masa buka. Enter the mechanism lunar. Mana cari mechanism ni? Mechanism bro. Oh, okay. Wih, electro. Aja kena electro. Electro akan jin ice. Electro suit bisa je level tinggi, cuma artifact tak ada. Aduh. Pakai jin. Electro. Tidak penting. Penting ada. Wah.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman,
Huh?
do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Wih, acting kena dapat. So, ini apa? Oh, okay. So, apa macam look up and hand the mortar and listen to keen taste. Ni dah on. Oh, puzzle. Okay, sebelah kiri ni. Oh, dulu dah on. So, dulu dah on. Okay. Ni dah on. Okay, dah on. Dah on dulu, dah on. So, apa? Oh, tadi dah on. Alright lah. Division. Wow. Domains. Puzzle. Activision. Oh, okay. Ini macam lift lah. Investigation.
Propagate! Wind, hear me!
Fuse is lit!
Lembat di bawah.
Judgment! Punishment! Up to the super freeze! Time for a light show!
Sakitnya.
Barbados, guide us.
Kita ite level up. Oi. Bawa. Another domain.
Fire hazard! Go and fly!
Spring forth!
Light out. Time for a light show.
Okay, dah aktif lah. Mana pintu tak. Just. Sebab tak panik. Nak gaji jadi lift.
Here come the fireworks! I swear by my sword!
Sakit siul.
Scatter!
Judgment! The fuse is lit!
Tak lagi ke? Tak lagi. Aktivasi elektronik you. Aku tahu. So 3 leaf So yang ni so I take pump.
Germinate!
Shiver! Go and what? Barely a scratch! Time for a light show!
Good job.
Wind, hear me!
Propagate!
Yeah! Go and splat! Judgment!
Spring forth!
Lights out! Fire hazard! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait. Stamina tak ada. Ikut stamina.
Barbados, guide us. Go with the ship down! Time for a light show.
Okay. Turn on, start up. Turn on, start up. Oh, okay, faham. Semua lagi. Oh, bawah sekali. Okay.
Whoa. That's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Cantik.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind.
A little bit lagi.
Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Tak ada apa-apa pun.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Oh.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
But This doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers. They're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? He became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization. It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Rahman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell my Aramites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the...
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now.
Rahman's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome will...
We should get going too. Let's head back. Have a... We're leaving!
Yeah.
Stop yelling.
Do, 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 do. Kenapa terlalu jauh ni nak pergi jalan-jalan? Sebab aku buka teleport. Sebelah kaki lah. Buka ni. Lepas tu buka ni. Oh, ini ke? Alah, okay, sekejap tak jalan kaki je lah. Fetuli. Ini yang lubang tadi kita jatuh. Aduh. Tidur kan? Sebab dia tidur. Alah, cukup. Sekejap, dua. Right. Semua dah buka dah. Statue ada 7 belah sana. Oh. Wah. Lagi terus je. Weh, dalamnya kawasan sini. Weh, kalau tak tu mampu kita. Oh, teleport. Ada teleport. Juga dalam. Depan lalu. Depan lalu. Depan lalu. Depan lalu. Lalu
Rahman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
No one can help you now, okay.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
Sinners.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently.
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Huh? It sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know? There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of Academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
But end product will be great to Lord Akrama. Lord Hat Diwahata.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. Sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she had... Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Rahman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village.
Sure.
Lama lagi ke quest ni? Gain need for speed underborn. Pula lah, aku dah need for speed hatred lah. Tapi need for speed macam baru invest gini je.
The village keepers we found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Say something!
In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Oh my god.
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Yes, sorry, I had no resource. But no, I know where all the kids, blah blah blah.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it's still...
What a whirlwind of a story. Felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I had anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No matter how hard, I will not mind.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Akhirnya quest habis. No matter how hard this quest, dah buka lah.
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time. Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
No way. Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Ugh, you're so annoying.
Okay, Nis.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave Aru Village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
Mari. Aku masuk dulu.
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on. And none of it'll earn me a single mora. I can't believe it.
Look on the bright side, Diha. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable. Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
Alright. Hey, Kenos.
In the past,
Kenos.
I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change all of this, will this nation become a better place?
Alright guys, hari ni aku dah start main game ni, duduk live. So apa kalau rasa tengok Kenshi macam ni, memang panjang gila lah course macam ni. Aku tak boleh dan lihat pun tak boleh. Alright, see you next time. Sana Sekejap Sana broadcast tutup tekan lama Oh, okay.